All right, welcome everyone to our weekly team call in our All Access Challenge group. And happy Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend with your family. I know we did, and we've been dumping out all the food so that it's gone. Luckily, Mark did really good. There were not a lot of leftovers. He was like spot on. My papa went home with couple containers and then that was it. Um, so I'm excited to kind of get back on track tomorrow. I'm excited to do the 21 Day Fix Extreme with many of you. I know some of you are continuing on with what you've been doing or starting with 21 Day Fix. So great. Whatever your plan is, it's totally fine. As long as we're just kind of on track together and doing well together. So I just have a couple things I want to go over, and then I definitely want to just open it up to you guys. So the 21 Day Fix Extreme plan. So if you don't have the book because you have all access, then it's on your Beachbody On Demand account under the 21 Day Fix Extreme. You can look up under Autumn, under the trainers. I sometimes find that that's easier. If you're looking for a program, you should just go to the trainer. It's easier to kind of find it. And then under program materials will be the nutrition guide. So with 21 Day Fix Extreme, the difference between this and 21 Day Fix is pretty much every workout except yoga uses weights or a band. So Pilates is very interesting the first time. Using a band, it's like you're like wrapped up like a pretzel and you're like, what am I doing with this thing? So just be careful. Follow the modifier if you need to, but you can get a little bit of tangled up, but it's awesome once you get used to it. So just a little warning with Pilates and using one of the bands. And the nutrition guide changes a little bit. So, and I forgot about that as I was food shopping today, and I bought turkey bacon. So she takes away turkey bacon. In the fix-it, that was like the first thing I noticed when I did this a couple of years ago. I was like, where's the turkey bacon on the list? So if you just want to scan through, there's only a couple things that she doesn't leave room in the 21 days for you to have the wine or the chocolate. But again, don't stress. Do what works for you. You don't have to be perfect. Just make better choices. Honestly, we're going to have turkey bacon probably tomorrow because we got it. One thing I did notice in the book this time that I don't think I ever noticed it before, she has some foods that are in the approved containers, but then there's an X next to some of them, and I'm like, what's that mean? And so you look down at the bottom, it says Autumn, symbols are foods that Autumn avoids. So one of them was cottage cheese that I happened to notice, or Greek yogurt or yogurt. So they're still in the list. You can still eat them. That's what the X means next to them. I think that's pretty much it, for me, for foods that I wouldn't have. Oh, and then in the blue container section, foods that Autumn avoids are like all cheeses. I'm like, dang. Feta, mozzarella, cheddar, and Parmesan. So no cheeses. So I guess we're not having that lasagna this week, Mark. That had like all those cheeses on it. So that's another difference. But again, it's still on the approved list. So you can still eat it, but it just gives you a little idea of what Autumn eats and what she doesn't eat. So that's kind of just a few things that I wanted to go over there. What else? So I have the meal prep contest up. It's pinned to the top of the page. So if you just post pictures, recipes, kind of whatever you're doing. If you're looking from your phone, it says view pinned post. If you're looking from your computer, it's always the first post on the page. That's when you pin a post in a group, it stays at the top so that you don't have to go fishing for it. So that's that. I did open a challenge tracker app. So there is a post in the group if you want to be part of that. You can certainly do that. If you don't have to. I am going to take pictures and measurements tomorrow morning. Not ideal after the Thanksgiving weekend, but I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm just getting over my period, so whatever, I'm gonna do it. They're not gonna be pretty, but they're gonna happen. So, so feel free to do that. And then there's an album in our group called All Program Pictures or something like that. And then just another reminder for you, once a month, you can submit your stuff to the Beachbody Challenge. So it doesn't necessarily have to be at the completion of a program. You can always be submitting to the Beachbody Challenge, but they only allow you to submit once a month. So like if you're doing a 60-day program, you can submit your 30-day results, and then you can submit your 60-day results with the same program. You'll only get the t-shirt or the tank top or whatever once for that program. But, feel free to always be submitting that. And the good thing about that is they save everything from the last time. So I submitted my hammer and chisel. Oh, they only let you do hammer and chisel, even though we only did chisel. I submitted my results this weekend, and pretty much everything was there. So I only had to update like a few numbers and then a few pieces of my story, and then I just had to change the program. So it was pretty easy to do that. The first time you do it, you have a lot to fill out, but then after that, it all saves, which is great. But always submit at least once a month on those, because you can go into the daily prize drawing for money, and then you can become a monthly winner and you get your t-shirt. So they do lots of things with those, if you feel comfortable submitting those. What else? I think that's it. Oh, and Carl is looking to, like, the Monday after Thanksgiving, seeing how many people can log on to Beachbody On Demand. So just make sure you get your workout in tomorrow. I'm pretty sure after the weekend, it's funny, as I was tracking everybody, we pretty much got over 60 people still every day, which I thought was great. And then today is a rest day, so I think that not even 30 people, which is normal. But I think tomorrow we will easily hit 100 people logging their workouts, because everybody's ready, back on track, ready to go. So that will be fun. So I think that's it for me. So what do you guys have for questions, concerns, anything that we can go over? Dawn's drinking her water. I'm drinking mine too. We definitely got to flush out whatever happened this weekend. Flush out the water. I'm going to drink all the water tonight, so I'm up all night so my pictures look better in the morning. Make sure.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why my screen is turned off, so I'm sorry. And you may have covered this, but why would you want to submit your results every month if you're doing a 60-day program and you can only get the shirt once?
Yeah. For another chance to get the money.
Oh, because they draw once a month?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they draw people daily, but you can only submit yourself once a month, but they draw people daily. So just give yourself an extra chance to win some money for sure. Yeah. Yep. So is everybody ready? Is everybody sort of prepped for food tomorrow?
If we don't have bands, do we just do it without?
For the Pilates, yeah. I believe, I'm sure there's a modifier that shows it without. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You, just like a little obsessed, you'll feel a little more challenged using the bands. So if you can grab one at Target or something, that'd be good. But but I'd rather, if you don't have time to grab one, or if you're gonna grab a cheap one, I'd rather you wait and not use it, because they can be pretty dangerous. Like when you're buying bands, make sure you buy a decent one, because if you go to Walmart or Target or Walmart mainly, and you buy like a super cheap one, it can like snap at you. So just be careful with that. Just make sure it's good quality if you go grab one. But if you don't have one, yeah, for sure, there's a modifier without the band. And I don't think every move uses the band. But yeah. Yep.
Nicole, so when I did it the last time, I had the band, but the first like day or two, I didn't. So I did modify it. I don't remember there being a modifier without the band, but I just went through it without using the band.
Okay.
And just to give you guys an idea about the cheap bands, don't do the cheap ones, Nicole, right? Because I snapped myself in the head with 22-minute hardcore because the jaw attachment didn't work right. It was not pretty.
I did that once because I did that years ago when we first when I first did P90X and we did it over the door. Yeah, the thing snapped right off the door hinge. Fell off my So yeah. Awesome. All right. Anything else? Any tips? Anything you want to add? Anybody? I know a couple people are doing 21-day fix, doing what Chris is doing. It's so funny. So when Autumn got us ready for a little obsessed or 80-day obsession, this was the plan this week to do 21-day fix extreme. But now apparently she's changed it and there's a whole hybrid calendar. I'm like, well, that's what you told us months ago, but that's fine. So I'm excited to do this again because doing these programs again with a different mindset is like they're brand new again to me, which I just love. And I'm excited that now we know that these ones are just 30 minutes. So we're good. We're not good. There's no fluctuation of wait, is this 145, 50, so that's good. But we do have to get ourselves ready for 80-day obsession because those will be some 45s and 50s in there. We'll have to get up a little earlier or whatever we do. Cool. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I know tomorrow is going to be so busy in our group and I'm going to have a hard time doing other work because I'm just going to want to read and comment on all of your posts every time you work out or do something like that. I get stuck in the group. I'm like, oh, I have work to do. Sandy goes in for her 10-year checkup tomorrow. 10 years old, our pup. All right. Anything else?
Did you finish your book, that Brendan Burchard book?
No, I'm taking my time with that book because it's a workbook. So you do stuff at the end of every chapter. You kind of work through it. I'm still doing it.
Did you see that? I think it was Lauren posted that he's giving that away, 5,000 copies for free right now. All you pay is $7 for shipping.
I did. Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to share that with others.
Yeah.
I ordered one.
Yeah. It's such a good book. So she's talking about high performance habits, which is a book by Brendan Burchard. He wrote Life's Golden Ticket, The Motivation Manifesto. What else? The Charge. Oh, The Charge is a really good book of his too. But this one's talks about, he interviewed all high performers, Tony Robbins, Oprah, everybody out there, and put together this book of what they all do and gives you tips on what high performers do. But it's really good, but it's thick and it's good, but it's a workbook. It's not one of those, oh, this is such a feel good book. It's giving me motivation to feel good. This is let's get to work. So I love those books. I just got to take my time with it. But it's really good. And it helps you, the chapter I just read helps you focus on one thing at a time, what high performers do. What one thing do you need to work on right now? Is it consistency? Is it, self-motivation? Kind of what is it? And having that be what you focus on a daily basis in your personal development reading. Things you look up on YouTube. Okay, how do I self-motivate? Things whatever the thing that you want to work on is. So it's good book. All right, so I think we are ready. We are flushing things out with our Shakeology, with our water. We are meal planning. You know, just like I said, if you're doing 21 Day Fix Extreme, check the guide. You know, but if what you're doing is working, don't stress about it for these 21. You know, if you want to have a glass of wine and skip a yellow, then do it. You know, don't stress about it. But she does, if you do want to go extreme and you want to follow the plan to a T, there is no chocolate, there is no wine, there is no turkey bacon. There, you know, she's going to recommend you don't have cheeses. So there's some things in here. So let me just show you real quick. Like just as example, there's only one page of approved greens even. So there may be some greens that she doesn't want you to have. Purples, oh no, there is a banana. I thought I didn't see one earlier. But yeah, the blue page went way down. Yeah, she doesn't want you to have a lot of blues. So there's avocado, nuts, hummus, coconut milk. The cheeses are all there, but it does say Autumn avoids these foods. So if you want autumn abs, don't eat the cheese. If you're not stressed about autumn abs, eat the cheese. I'm just going to be mindful of it. Like I said, we bought turkey bacon today, and I was like, oh, crap, I don't think there's turkey bacon on the Fix Extreme.
Nicole, I think I read somewhere that when he wants to attend the competitions, she avoids those foods.
Oh, okay.
I
Yep,
think
you're
that's
probably
what
right.
I read somewhere.
You're probably right. You're probably right. You're right. If participating in the look at me, I was just like, what does the X mean? If participating in the countdown to competition plan, I got it. You're right, Maria. Thank you. I'm still gonna try to be good, but there is no turkey bacon on the whole list. There's no X next to it. It's just not there. And there's no wine and there's no chocolate. But yeah, so, you know, just go over kind of the book to make sure. There's some good recipes in here. It's always good when you're looking to meal plan to grab, like, go in all of the guides and look up the nutrition plans, even if it's not the plan that you're on, just to get some recipe ideas, because there's always really good stuff. Like in Body Beast, Sagi has a really good turkey meatball recipe and a broccoli and steak stir fry. So like those are two of our like favorite Body Beast recipes. The Double Time has some really good family recipes in there. Check out the Ultimate Reset even if you've never. Oh wait, it's probably not on there. No, it's not. Never mind. That's a whole separate thing. But check out, you know, just all sorts of different recipes. Mark is going to go back to making our dressings this week. So I'm like, you know, it's funny. It's not hard or anything, but he got away from making them. And this week I was like, can you make our dressings again? Because I just don't like bottled dressings anymore. Now, once you make your own, or someone else makes them for you, then you have the homemade. I'm sure I could do it. It looks like he just throws some stuff in a blender and measures it. I think I can handle that. There's no cooking involved. But once you do that, it's like so different. I don't know. Do you guys make your dressing? Dawn does. Maria does. Yeah. It's just so much better. I don't know. But yeah, so he's gonna make dressings.
I personally use a lot of olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and lemon juice. Those are my favorite ones. And I don't, sometimes a little garlic, but my husband loves to put in the blender a lot of stuff he found, like red pepper, green peppers, and all the other spices, and comes up with something very good. But normally, in my case, I am just olive oil, vinegar, and lemon juice. I'm pretty plain.
Those are like the staples in all of them. And then I think in the one that I like, Mark adds in like mustard or something because it gives it that honey mustard taste, which I love. Honey mustard is like my favorite dressing ever. Awesome. And then those, I think I shared on one of our other calls at Bed Bath & Beyond or Amazon, the Good Grip have a good salad container holder. And has a spout that you pour and stuff. So that's where we got ours. The brand is Good Grip. I think that's what they sell at Bed Bath & Beyond. Cool. All right, so we are going to stay on track with our food this week. When we need an extra treat, we're just going to have an extra shake or a protein ball or ice cream, the Shakeology ice cream, whatever we want to make. Oh, maybe I can talk Mark into making those protein balls this week. I love those. Oh, they're probably not on my plan, but that's all right. So make sure you guys are logging your workouts in the group. Make sure you're interacting with each other in the group. And I think getting on these calls and seeing each other also helps put a face to the name when you're in the group and you're like, oh, you know, even though some of us post selfies or videos, but if we don't, it just kind of gives that face and just gives us more of a sense of community of being together and cheering each other on. And I think this is going to be one of our best holiday seasons of not going overboard, right? Because normally we'd start now and then we just go to the new year, and I'm proud that we're all kind of coming together and not wanting to feel that. And I love how everybody was commenting this weekend that they didn't do that bad, but even though they did have a couple treats, you know, it made a difference. But everybody was ready to just kind of get right back on track. So it's a good sign that you're in a really good, healthy habit roll, which is huge. And it takes a bit to get there, for sure. You know, I've shared multiple times, you know, I have multiple stories in my Beachbody career in the past 7.5 years. I have many ups and downs. It hasn't always been perfect. But that's what makes us so real and relatable. And, you know, I almost sometimes think, I wish the company name wasn't Beachbody, because I think people have this whole misconception of what we do and who we are. You know, because I've had customers reach out to me and say, well, I don't want a Beachbody. I'm like, that's not what this is about, you know. So I'm glad that we're able to just be the average normal person who just wants to get healthy and fit and feel better and do better. And that's who we are and who we stand for. And we just support each other no matter what our goals are, no matter what we're working towards. I love that this group has such a variety of people, you know, from the age group, single, married, kids are out of the house, kids are babies, you know, just such a great variety because someone can relate to somebody. I had someone, Sylvia was like, I want to commit, but I'm moving. I was like, oh my gosh, we have 3 other people in the group that are moving. And I was able to instantly tag those 3 other people so that she knew she wasn't alone. You know, especially Jill. Jill's moving from Japan here to the States, to Washington, like the week before Christmas. So if anyone is stressed about moving, it's Jill. And her husband is not around right now. So he's in the military. And he's not able to help her right now. She's packing up this house in Japan by herself, and she has 2 kids. And, you know, so I just love that. And there was a hockey mom post, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know 4 other hockey moms in here. You know, I just love that we all have so much for each other to offer each other and offer that value. So keep sharing, because it helps. It helps other people know that they're not alone in the group. So thank you for being amazing. Thank you for coming on here every week and chatting with me and, you know, giving your input. And thank you for being so awesome in the group and continuing to share. And make sure you go post in the pinned post your meal planning tips. And I send a prize out every week to at least one person. Heather got my prize last week. She got a little gift bag of some stuff. So, all right. Thank you guys. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.